Hey y'all. Well, I'm on day 2 of getting the bug of whatever sorts it is. And the most energetic thing I've done today, I did go get water. I think I told you about the water here, that it's heavy. Reminds me of Gatorade without the flavor. And so I don't know what's in it, but it just didn't. I needed different water. So, turns out there's a water place just in Y, which is like 2-3. It's not even a couple of miles. It might be a mile. I don't know. I'm not good at that. Anyway, I went and got water. Look, see here? That's 2 gallons drinking water. And then I got 3 gallons in my truck. And I was not drinking water. It's hard to get rid of the bug if you don't flush that bad boy out. So anyway, I tried to lay down. Well, I did lay down. I just didn't go to sleep. Because it was Christopher Maskey. He had a real good teaching today about know your enemy. And good job, Christopher. I'm pretty sure I'll put a link in there. So y'all go check him out if you haven't today. Good word today. So, this came to me this morning. And, yeah, when I first got up, it took me a while to write it down, but, I'm going to share it with you at risk. There is a spiritual attack. And yes, Christopher, it is in here. And he's telling me. He's whispering lies. Oh, Amazon. Amazon pops up and says it stopped working. Why was you working anyway? Now you done messed up my recording. It blipping. Okay, let's start this thing. I think there's a woodpecker trying to get in again. I hear him. Okay, I'm just going to read it because that's what I need to do. This morning, around 6 a.m. when I awoke, Yahweh spoke to my heart. And now as I attempt to put it all to paper, I struggle. There's so much I want to say to the Horvath, and especially to the sisters. To all the sisters. Younger in years and older. The wiser women. And the women just beginning to walk the way. And especially to those who have tripped and stumbled and fallen and just laid down on the path, beaten, bruised, and bleeding. To the single women and to the married, to those who hope for a husband and children, and for those who have had this experience and now live life after. It's for the men, too. So y'all don't check out yet. The men who love Elohim and want to love their wives as Mashiach loves his chosen, called out ones. For the young men who seek a Kodesh wife in their life, and the men who had this, but now they are alone. We all are in this season, a season that changes daily, and storms come in and nearly flood us with its darkness and crush us with its weight of wickedness, and we wonder, how do I still breathe? And then the next day, the sun shines bright, and the temperatures rise, and we move around, and our hearts feel light, and we hope. This season, it's a season of waiting, looking up and crying out for relief, and turning to Father and His Word for hope. Unlike the 4 seasons of our planet where we can kind of judge what to expect as we count the days, this season, there's no getting used to it. As tomorrow, this day's gentle rain can turn into a destructive flood. No wonder we are scared. No wonder we flounder. We thought we knew what to expect next. When I say Yeshua is coming, I mean he's coming to do battle, to completely, eternally destroy the enemy of his Kodashim. Of course I hope for the Netketev. Of course I long to escape this place that is under the rule of sin and death. Only a year ago, I sat in the tiny, alone. I begged Yahweh to let me die. I had no influence. I lived in poverty, dependent on the government. Though he continued to insist I put all these things to paper, I saw no purpose. There was a time when I fought to keep from making a bonfire of 20 years of journals. I saw no reason in keeping them. I saw no purpose in continuing to breathe and take up space. I had served my purpose, to raise daughters to be Proverbs 31 women. And that task was complete. After 8 years, each of them got married in the same year. So after 8 years of married life, in bonding, joining together as one with their husbands, and not even in the early years needing or seeking my counsel, I realized I had been successful. So then I prayed, "Oh, Yahweh, please, can I just be done?" His answer came in pieces. My Havari. First, he led me to YouTube, which was a miracle, as I barely had internet. But when everyone was away for their day, the signal was enough. I found news. Real news. Horrific news. I spent weeks so grieved in my spirit, I had no choice but to cry out for Abba's intervention. I prayed for the lost. I prayed for the suffering ones, homeless, hungry, alone. I felt their misery, and I cried bitter tears of what am I to do? I, too, am homeless, hungry, and alone. About the time the waves of sorrow threatened to destroy me, our Elohim, he led me to the Watchmen. There was hope. There was confirmation. This world, they will destroy themselves and everything in it if Yahweh doesn't intervene. I thought back at the times I expressed my desire for men in my life, a man in my life who truly sought Yahweh's heart. I had been fooled numerous times, preachers and laymen alike. But I continued my quest. As a woman, it is something I need. Of course, I can be washed by and grow in Yahweh's word without a man's insight. But Abba knew I needed balance. I needed, and still do, look to Kodesh men to help me stay balanced. Ladies, I must say this. I love men. I love how they think different, act different, and that Abba speaks to and leads them different. But I do not want your husband. I have been falsely accused, I have been maligned, and I have grieved, as I am not allowed in the physical world to interact with men without being labeled. I have received so many personal emails from women like me. We have testimonies of heartbreaks and joys. We have been welcomed in and then rejected. We have longed for others to understand the pains we've felt and the fears we have conquered. These conquering women we see on TV and media, we're not like them. Our strength and power comes from Elohim, not ourselves. We have tried their way and found it pointless and prideful. Yes, Many of us carry regret because, as Yeshua stood by us, we ignored him or didn't really believe in his love for us. So, Halloween, where do we go from here? We join our hearts under one tent, Yahweh's tent. We let him wash us and grow us in his word. And we face a wicked world together, one day at a time. We cannot fret or worry his coming, but we can look forward to it. We can long for it, pray for it, hope for it. And while we wait, we keep our wicks trimmed, our lamps burning bright, and go out into the darkness in the strength and power that comes not just from believing, but knowing our Redeemer lives. And soon, very soon, we will be with him. Oh, how we long for that great day. Oh, Yahweh, Yahweh, Elohim, Yahweh, hey God. Amen. Y'all need to go listen to Alan today. We got a live stream coming up. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I hope I can be awake because it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think that's 9 p.m. my time. I've been on the stay up since, or not since 9, but after 9. So we'll give it a try. I hope these words that Yahweh gives me helps y'all. It helps me. It helps me say it sometimes. And yeah, you're kind of learning my testimony a little at a time. It ain't always pretty, is it? But it is what it is. It's my story. And everybody has a story. Everybody has a testimony. And someday it will be our testimony in the blood of the Lamb that overcomes. It might be today that we need to overcome. Don't listen to those whispers in your ear. He's lying to you. Guess who I'm talking to? Yeah. It's not just y'all, it's to me. Because I need to hear it. So, I thought I'd record during the daylight hours. So it doesn't look like I'm sitting in a cave. So, that's it for today. It'll take me the next couple hours till it gets dark just to upload it. So, I love y'all.